Hello followers, my name is Mr. M321 and welcome back to my Minecraft tutorial series. This is episode 44 and in today's episode we're going to focus a bit more on cave spiders and how to deal with them, because we didn't really cover that too well last time out, and we're also going to take a look at some treasure chests that we can find. So yes, we're still in the abandoned mineshaft today, as you can see. And one thing I did neglect to mention last time is you can actually use water on rails, like so, to pick them up without using your pick. I don't believe I mentioned that. If I did, I apologise. So, I don't think there's anything else I've neglected to mention at this point. If there has, I will double check, but I don't think there is at this point. So that's all good. So I did track down some treasure chests and a cave spider spawner off camera. And the main reason for doing that is just to save a bit of time in today's episode, so I'm not running around fumbling looking for things. So rather than clearing out shafts today, we're going to be a bit more focused in what we're doing and focusing on actually the cave spiders themselves, because we didn't do that too well last time, and also the treasure chests, as I keep saying. Alright, so we need to really head to the dirt room, and I'm going to have to find this because it's quite a ways. I've cleaned some of it out, not all of it. I'll probably do some more as and when off camera, I think, rather than trying to do it all in one go. Here's the dirt room. So this is the dirt room, and the dirt room is where the cave spiders are. So there's an actual spawner here that I blocked off, and we're going to look at that momentarily. I just want to get this area lit up. Couple of skellies here, nothing too threatening. So let's just quickly light this area up. I don't want to get too far into it all today. I just want to kind of make sure that I'm covered from behind. So we're going to use fences, and this is a technique that I actually seen an LPer do by the name of Zistow. Some of you may have heard him, or heard of him, should I say, and he had a pretty cool strategy in dealing with these guys. So there's a cave spider spawner right in here, and what we can actually do is put a piece of fence down. Like so, and now they can't get to us because the fence blocks their way, and they're going to be able to get out now. There we are. Now this spawner is pretty much secure at this point, bar creepers. So as you can see, the cave spiders are going to spawn, and they are 1 by 1 block, so anything that has got like a 1 by 1 block, so that, for example, they could fit through that, which is kind of unique in terms of their size, so you have to consider that. And like I showed you last time out, if you touch one, you get poisoned for 5 seconds on normal difficulty. On hard, I think it's 10 or 15. On easy, you don't get poisoned at all. So if you're having a rough time with these guys, I would recommend using easy, normal for as you begin to adapt to them, and hard if you really want to challenge with them. And that's that really. If you take a regen potion, then it will pretty much be constantly counteracted, so you don't have to worry about that. So the fence is here, as they can't actually get through the fence. They are blocked in there. However, we can put torches through it, like so, to light the spawner up. So this is a real great strategy for dealing with them. If you can block them in and get some fences down, then that's something that you can always use as well. So now we just need to get these guys out of here, which you can actually do through the fence, which I think is another handy feature. You can actually fight through the fence. You can put a torch up, and now we've just got to shut the spawner down. I do have my stone sword on me, of course, so that I can clear out the cobwebs here. I think there might be 1 or 2 left. There's not too many. Ah! Poisoned. Now, one thing to consider with poison is that protection armor actually helps against poison. So always consider that. If you have protection armor on, like I have protection 1 on my boots and on my helmet, so you're going to be a bit better protected when fighting these guys. It helps nerf it a bit, so try and get protection armor on if you can. The higher level of protection that you have, the better you're going to be against them. If you have a full suit of protection armor, they will barely do any damage to you at all on normal. And one thing that you can also do to help nerf them on higher difficulties is if you toss a potion of weakness at them. I don't have one on me, but if you have a potion of weakness and toss it at them, they won't do any damage to you at all, because they can only deal half a heart of melee damage, and that weakness knocks that half a heart down to nothing. Therefore, if they can't hit you, they can't poison you, which is a really, really neat thing. So that's how you deal with cave spiders. I hope that was a bit more in-depth, certainly, than the first time around. I'm not going to destroy that spawner. I'm going to save it. It's in quite a convenient location. Another guy right here that's spawned in. He must have spawned in because this area is too dark. So always be careful of shafts around the spawner, because they can spawn in, and it can be unpleasant. Could get snuck up on by one that you don't really want to find. So, bearing that in mind, I do believe I did block that one off, but there is a treasure chest somewhere around here as I was going about my different duties. That's a normal spider. We're not looking for it around here. There's one around here that I found. I did a bit of exploration off camera to save time, you see. It is quite difficult to try and keep a tutorial actively going. So I'm going to find the treasure chest and I will be right back, guys. Okay, here we go. I found it. It's not far away from the cave spider spawner we just took down, hidden down a corridor. Here we go. This is a treasure chest. Now if you have started a brand new world and you're not following along with my world, then if you find a mine shaft, you won't actually find these chests. You will find a minecart with a chest in it, and it's basically like a little minecart with a little variant of this in it. And don't worry, that's perfectly normal. It's just the same, except in 1.5 it was tweaked so that now minecarts with chests generate instead of chests. However, this one was generated in older code. This was generated in 1.4, so I still have the normal chests. So you can find these around mine shafts. Typically they're not too far away from the cave spider spawner. These are your rewards. And what do we got? Okay stuff, I guess. I mean, that's the best thing in there. And you can take the chest as well. And you'll find these scattered around. They can have valuable stuff in them, like diamonds and gold, and if particularly melon seeds, if you can't get them off a villager, if there's no villagers near you, then that would be the only alternative, to find them in a mine shaft. So I'm going to head back to the little porter base now that we've got going on right here. And I believe that this is right around here somewhere. Somewhere around here. I always get lost. So we have got some extra food if we decide that we want to return here. I'll probably leave that bread in the chest, to be honest, in case we die. So let me find the base and I will be right back, guys. Okay guys, I found the base again and I'm all back here and ready to go and do something else now, because we are finished with the mine shaft for the time being. I've shown you everything that I can show you about the mine shaft. It's up to you now to go and explore your own mine shafts and have fun with that. But before I do go, I am going to share with you a couple of things that I think you should know. Water can actually clear webs. So the water bucket you can actually pour over cobwebs and it will clear them out of the way. I'm not sure if I showed you that or not. It works the same as rails. So that can be really handy when clearing out cave spiders and their little nests. That can be handy for that. Mine shafts can generate on top of each other, and they can generate in the ocean, so you can see the top layers of them flooded. That's a good way of finding them. And they also commonly intersect with caves, as we've seen, and they can also intersect with the ravines as well. So if you explore caves and ravines, typically you'll be able to find them if you're struggling to find a mine shaft yourself. I'm going to provide a link to the Minecraft wiki, which is going to list everything that you can find in the minecart with chests, so you can examine what's possibly will be in there, as I've only found one at the moment. Mine shafts can generate and intersect with other structures, so stuff like strongholds, which we will get to, and particularly dungeons, they can generate with those. So always be keeping an eye out for those kind of structures, and remember the practices that we did a couple of episodes ago with the dungeons and when we get to the strongholds as well. So sometimes torches are generated on the beams, the mineshaft beams, these things. Don't rely on those. Sometimes they don't actually give out any light. It's a known bug with the game, but don't just rely purely on one of these for giving you light. Put down your own torches to light your way. But they are there, you can use them, and I think they can be quite handy, but just don't rely totally on them. Remember your caving skills that we learnt in the cave navigation episode with stuff like the torch signals to indicate the way out. You can make some signs up as well, which I actually neglected to do this time because I was focusing on other things, but that's always a good idea, and I wish I'd have done it now. Put up signs and things to mark your way around. And that's about it, really. Not a whole lot more to say. Next episode we are going to be here in the mineshaft, but we're not focusing on the mineshaft itself. We are actually going to be doing some branch mining. I want to share that with you, and how to branch mine for resources. And then after that we will go do something else. We'll probably start looking at strongholds and that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. I hope that you found these 2 episodes useful on the mineshaft, and you know a bit more about how to deal with them now, and how to deal with cave spiders that we learned today, and about obviously the treasure chests, and there will be a link to everything you can find, which will be the mineshaft wiki page. So if you're unsure on anything, you can either ask me in the comments or check out the wiki page. But I think I covered pretty much everything in this mineshaft. So yeah, I thank you for watching, guys. I hope to see you next time, and then we will get up to branch mining. So until then, guys, see you later and have a good day.